Do, 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 do. Hey, good Friday evening, everybody. Welcome to another level of Friday Night Live. This is a episode on 25th of April called Still Lingers, part 1 of part 2. Rah, says Carlos Cole. But it's a standalone episode. We're not going to bring over anything to next week. So I got 3 stories for you and also a very special guest today. But as many of you have guessed, today's theme is called Still Lingers. So I'm going to do the first song that comes to everybody's mind when we hear the word lingers, and it's by Cranberries. If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, it's just your attitude staring me apart, it's ruining everything. I swore I would be true, but honey, so did you. So why were you holding her hand? Is that the way we stand? We're lying all the time. Was it just a gift to you? But I hit so deep. Oh God! Now that I'm here, I gotta commit to the song. I can imagine John rolling his eyes. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to let it linger?
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Friday Night Live. This is Date Time with me, your host Eugene, the Prince of Paranormal, something I've not said in a very, very long time. And I'm glad to be back here again with you guys. It's been a rainy day, very cooling, and I've been looking through all the ghost stories. And for some reason, there's been a spike in Ghost Stories just this week. But before that, let me say thank you to Crystal Ang and Nozomi Eve. That's Evelyn from Changi. And also, who else do we see? If you see those green names pop up and the blue colored box popping up, that means the green highlighted name, it means they are members of Supernatural Confessions, and you can be a member as well. And it's very easy for me to spot you out of the many messages that comes by. All it costs is just $3 to YouTube. Just right there, click and join as a member, and $2 out of 3 goes to me to keep the channel alive. $1 goes to YouTube. Bloody hell, they take 30%. And if you want to do like what Fox Fu has just done, First Blood, hello from Jakarta, and what Crystal Ang has done, you see that nice little dollar sign right beside your comment section. You can click on that, and what will happen is you can type in, give me an emoticon, type in anything you want, or just, be generous and donate generously. I will receive a nice, big, bright box that comes up, and so I know you have left me a message, and I will read it. Because most times as I'm reading the confessions or replying to message or talking to my host, generally it's very difficult to keep track. So I may miss some of the important messages, but if you don't want me to miss those messages, well, leave me a colored box. And the way to do so is click the dollar sign beside your chat button and put in any amount of money, and I will receive it. Also, every single cent that you donate goes very much to keeping this channel alive, because there's a lot of work to be done. And well, I love doing it, frankly, coming here every Friday, talking about that, having a little bit of coffee money, traveling money to go around, interviewing people, buying them coffee as I sit down with them, really helps grease the wheel. Of course, if you want to help us out on a much larger basis, you can commit to us, and you can go down to becoming our Patreon at patreon.com. That's patreon.com/supernatural confessions. There's a few other things about housekeeping that I would like to get out of the way as well, because we're coming to May, and May generally every year is the time of Heritage Festival, Singapore Heritage Festival. And ever since last year, I've been involved in Heritage Festival, and I'm not just the kind of guy that rehash my content. I take a lot of pride in content creation, take a lot of pride in the tours that I do. So every year, I create something new. Last year, had Walk with Hantu, had Twilight in Changi, and also launch of Fort Canning Conspiracy. This year, we have something called Undisclosed, because Heritage Board or Singapore Heritage Festival felt the content of that particular tour is too good to reveal. So they put it under the Undisclosed section. So if you want to find out, go and check out supernaturalconfessions.com/tours and get a hint of what it might be. The clue is that particular place I'm going to bring you is going to showcase a piece of, what can I say? We'll be showcasing something that is considered a vanishing trade. And if you missed it, I'm not sure how many more years they have left, because this is probably the last place or the second last place that is still practicing that particular craft, art. Okay. Also, if you have seen some of my Chris video, I spoke to a Chris keeper, Idris, and his house has hundreds of Chris. He was the one who gave me my dragon Chris. And if you want to meet him in person, you want to go to his house, sit down, because he doesn't always have this open house. I have kind of talked to him and convinced him that for the month of May, he will be opening his house to visitors, 5 visitors at any one time. So it's not really a tour. You get to house visit him, sit down at a table, eat kueh, drink bandung, and he's going to show you his Chris. I'm going to talk about that. So again, very unique experiences that will not come back again. It's not going to be an every week thing. It's just a special for Heritage Festival. One more that I've created, and pretty proud of this as well, is called Hidden Heritage of Waterloo. And this is targeted especially for the old folks, the Gen Zs, the boomers, and for the millennials and the Gen Z. Why? Because many of us have walked past Waterloo and totally disregard what's around the area. We kind of know what it is. It's called the Streets of Harmony. We know the shops. We never walked in. And for many of us, we kind of lost what it is that our great-grandparents or our grandparents find it normal and commonplace to them in daily life. So Hidden Heritage in Waterloo will take you to some of these places, share the stories with you, walk into the shop, understand what it is about, and end off in probably one of the most controversial shops that most people would not go in on a normal day because it's tucked on the third floor in one S corner of a very old mall. So if this sort of thing is up your alley, check out supernaturalconfessions.com/tours. Okay, only in month of May. And also, Supernatural Confessions is running Something Strange Festival that's in June 12th to 22nd, but I'll tell you more about that later on. Right now, let's get on to the confession that we have for you today. The theme of It Still Lingers. And joining me today as my guest host is someone who is no stranger to many of you who are into the paranormal. It's a she, okay? So before I bring her on, I'm going to give you enough clues. Why don't you guess it? Leave me a comment. Leave me the name in the comment section. The clue is it's a she. She's probably been on my show before once as a confessor many years ago. She has the third eye. Some of you are guessing Belinda. I know you guys are going to guess it's Belinda. Not Belinda. Halimah Yacob. No lah, not Halimah Yacob lah. Nope, not Belinda. Not Kim. Good guess, not Kim. She's not Chinese. That should narrow it down. So Halimah Yacob probably is closer to that. She's not Chinese. Anybody want to guess? Okay, great. She runs her own channel as well. Does that help? Beyonce. Okay lah, I guess she looks like Beyonce lah. Someone guessed it right. Nakia! What happened to your screen? Suddenly hilang. Okay, let me copy. Okay, you're fine. Oops. No wonder lah. Housekeeping pula. There we go. Hello.
Hi, Beyonce in the house. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey Nakia, how you doing? Okay, so I think our community really knows you. If they've been for Something Strange Festival, they probably have seen you on video. But for those of us who are new to the supernatural scene and may not recognize you or your voice, can you give us a cliff notes on who you are?
Right. So basically, I am just someone who has the third eye and decided to make money out of it.
I will ask this. Supernatural can make money? How come I'm not?
You have to be smart about it. I'm not asking for 40 numbers. Okay, but I mean, in all honesty, just I'm just someone who enjoys making POV videos.
Yeah.
And then based off real life enactments of my own and also others right now. And yeah, basically I have my own YouTube channel, True Horror Stories POV.
All right. So, Samuel Yan just drops in $10 says, my friend farted and the noxious aroma wafted into my nostrils. When I came to, I was still dizzy. That smell, it still lingers.
My God, I want to put that $20.
I met Nakia. I think this was what? COVID time.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Am I better now?
Why? People say cannot hear you, is it?
Yeah, they say I'm a bit soft. Can you guys hear me now?
Okay, let me pump up your volume. Okay, sound check. Can you still hear Nakia?
Can you guys hear me now? Is it better? Oh no.
Can't hear, but the volume too long. You sound like you're talking through a wall. Are you able to go? How far is your mic from you?
I would have to be this close though.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Let me try to bump it up for you.
Maybe if you want me to try to use my phone as mic instead, would that be better?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Let me just give it a go.
So you can connect to the link I send you, and I will mute your video mic, and I'll use your phone mic.
Hello, is this better?
No. Wait. Where are you at? Are you locked in?
Yep. Is this better?
Yeah, much better.
Much better.
Ah,
Can?
can ah?
Can
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Oh.
Testing, testing. Okay, you sound check.
Hello?
Yeah,
Is this better?
much better. Yeah,
Much
better
better.
now. Better now. Yes. Okay. All capital letter.
Yay!
Okay. Where were we? Ah, yes. I think the first time I met you was not met you, but the first time I saw your works was when you created the Japanese soldier running backwards.
Yeah. My god, that was ages ago, man.
My God, that one still
Good.
scares a lot of people. Okay, and for some reason, people watch that video. They say, "Ah, yeah, bedek one." I was like, "Hello, reenactment, reenactment."
Yeah, Think Crime Watch, but horror version.
And you also been on what's the other show? Tales from Incredible Tales.
Oh, you mean with my...
With your art. Eh, your mic cannot hear. Your mic suddenly went zero. See, let's talk about art only the thing cancel. Try again. Nope. Might have to refresh.
Hello?
Yeah, now can. What happened?
Okay, I don't know. Suddenly it just... your voice glitched.
Oh my God. Now what's Mayang, is it? Okay.
Technically, I cut lah, so
Okay, so your phone you cannot use.
I don't know why.
You click on the link. There's now the link that I sent you. You go into the same chat room.
Okay.
Then that one you don't need video. You just turn on the mic. Then I'll patch you in. Cannot. Check. You gone again.
Joining?
Okay.
Okay. Is this better?
Okay, I'll mute this. Oh, got your. Wait. Okay, so you mute your video one. The phone one is okay. Wait. Always never. That's why I said sometimes must semayang one. Okay, wait. I will have to. Okay. Wait. Adding you. I can hear myself though. You mute me already. Wait. Control. For some reason. Okay, you sound check.
Okay, hi. Hello.
No, nothing not coming out. Wait. Hey. Oh. I think I know why. User bodoh.
Don't scare me.
It's not you, it's me. Okay, you sound check.
Okay, hello. Testing.
Ah.
Can.
Now should be able to. Okay. while you are what?
Yes.
Everyone can hear? Can hear? Huh? Very clearly, huh? Okay, Ken. We are in business. Okay. Okay.
Can hear.
Ken. Someone says you need a AT, Audio Technica Hypex Blue. Actually, Nokia has tons of equipment. It's just that equipment is not
Yeah.
at home.
It's in studio.
Okay, so what have you been up to? Let's give us a cliff notes on your life so far. You have a new
Um,
show, right?
Oh yes, we actually go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on my YouTube channel, and the segment is called Live to Tell the Tale. Where we go where the basis of this segment is actually to just interact with our subscribers and audience lah. So you can actually call in to share your horror stories. You can write in advance, and then we will read your stories, your encounter. And then yeah, I think you can also send voice note, etc. Basically, it's like we intend it to be like a two-way traffic kind of thing. Yeah, to interact with our
It's like
audience.
Friday Night Live but on Wednesday.
Right. But we start at 9.
Yeah. Oh, the thing is, you start at 9 because it's weekday. People got to work next day lah.
Right. Exactly.
But how has it been so far? How many episodes today?
Oh, next week will be our 10th episode.
Wow. Congrats. So
Yeah.
how's
Thank you.
how's the because going from pre-recorded to live is a big deal, right? How's it working out for you?
Yes. It's extremely tiring, demanding, but worth it definitely, because we can actually see the increase in the number of people who are showing interest, and then like um yeah, so I think it's actually a bit more rewarding lah. It's getting there.
You know
Yeah.
what people say they do pre-recorded, it's tough. I said you should try live. Live is a different beast.
Yeah. Ball game. Yeah, correct.
And you know when you are like, I have guest hosts and all that. They are used to pre-recorded, but they come on live show, they get tired, no, and then a 1.5 hours like it's energy consuming.
Yeah, because it's live. There's no cuts, there's no retakes, So there's no breaks in between. So whatever I got, there's this one live, right? I
Uh,
forgot which episode it was.
uh.
I had to help pardon my language. I had to hold my pee for the whole live segment. And then the moment we say cut, I ran to the toilet. The worst thing was the toilet was closed. I
Oh,
had to go all the way down to the kopitiam toilet. I kid you not, man. My
far,
God.
so
I don't know if you guys
far.
saw the live. I was like very antsy, very jittery. Could not sit still.
Oh my, that's very. I know the studio you're filming it, and it's super far from the coffee shop.
Yeah. So oh my God.
Why don't you just
Then
go to the
lesson
corner
learned.
there? There's a garden there. The
Yep.
pokok, there's a tree there. You just
Uh-huh. Just do my business there,
at
right? Sure. Then
9
bring
p.m.
home 10
nobody.
goals, is it? Bring home 10.
That's why I must say excuse me first. Excuse me. Semayang dulu.
Then you won't see me come back to the studio lah. Like I've gone for 10 days.
Oh man, I kind of want you to share the story as well, but maybe I'll keep that for later because it is quite fucking keras. Usually I get
Oh.
my guests to share a story before we end off the show.
Right.
My community loves ghost story, and we cannot leave them hanging lah. Or not, we have to live stream until 12 p.m. tonight. Okay, today's theme is on lingering, and the stories that I've got revolves around that theme. And I thought I will read out the first story first, okay? And what I want you to do, Nakia, is you are going to take the role of a professional, supernatural person, which you are, right? And you're going to look at this story and dissect it with me and the audience later on,
Okay.
and share with me your point of view, your POV.
Right.
Okay?
No pun intended. Okay.
Badum chang. So right now, the first story I want to share with you today, it's Die Hard. Confession by Riz. My family tree is rather huge. My grandfather had 3 wives, and each wife bore him a few children. He wasn't particularly wealthy, but from what I heard, he was a kind man who knew how to treat a woman right. The 3 wives were vying for his attention, and from what I heard, they would all use susu to try to attract him. My grandmother was one of them lah. So that's the background story. Now you know. The problem is that now my grandmother has passed on after many, many years of suffering. If you can see her in the last few years, you will also be scared. You see her, she looks like a corpse, smells like a corpse. Initially, we put her in a hospice because doctors said that the cancer had spread to all parts of her body and she would only have a month or less than 2 months to live. But after 6 months, she still didn't pass. The family was told to take her back home. So that was where she had been staying for another 9 years. Bedridden and dying for 9 years. The whole family knows that my grandma's generation, playing with genes and taking on Saka as a norm. We brought in an ustaz before. A few of them, in fact. They prayed, but then excused themselves politely. On the 9th year, my grandma looked like an Indian. All black. I'm not being racist here. We are not very dark skinned. We're all quite fair. But to see my grandmother from head to toe and every single part of her skin is all black was a very unusual sight for us. Some days, her breathing was so shallow. It looked like she was not breathing at all. Then suddenly, she would take a deep breath and wake up. Got many times false alarm. We all thought she was dead, and then she comes back. One of the running joke in my family is that we better double check first that she's really gone. Otherwise, go through burial ceremony, all of a sudden, halfway she comes back. She don't die, we the living die from heart attack. We didn't just suspect it's Saka. We know it's Saka because my aunties and my mom all had nightmares one by one, seeing their mother coming to them in their dreams, asking them, begging them to please take on her promise. Don't even know what the promise is. No one wanted to take it on. So, for as long as no one did, Grandma couldn't go. This went on for 9 years until one day she really left for good. Nobody admitted that they took the Saka. Maybe no one did. Or maybe someone was lying. We don't know. Or maybe the body was so badly decomposed on the inside that she just couldn't continue. But that's not the end of it. After the funeral and all, many of the family members could still see Grandma walking around the house. We just learned to live with it. Eventually we sold the house, but we think Grandma, or whatever it was, is still there. How do you like this?
Okay. Wow. Okay. This is in Singapore? This happened in Singapore?
Singapore, yeah.
Whoa, I wouldn't want to buy the house, man. Okay.
But you can
wanna
see
go
what?
first?
You can see, right? So you can...
Yeah, okay, but you see these kind of things, right? Usually can see, but doesn't mean that I can oust the thing out of the house, you see?
Oh, so you can see,
Right,
but you
so-
cannot do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an ustaz or someone who is learned to actually do this kind of stuff. I mean, I would love to try one day, but it's not within my capacity right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's like you imagine like, oh, I can see you, you can see me, then what can I do? Yeah, live with you.
Oh, my son also want to flex his cat.
Hello.
Look at camera.
Look at camera.
Toto want to become famous.
Go on. Hey, see got cat behind her. So
Where?
Toto, see got cat there.
Who?
Toto doesn't care. Toto is too chill already. Okay.
Toto, say bye-bye to Auntie.
Bye. Siamese breed, is it?
Munchkin something.
Oh, munchkin.
Yeah. Very cute. Okay, so what I take on it is it?
Yep.
So I my take is that I understand Saka. For Saka is in I think the Indonesian culture, perhaps even from the Malayan pre-Islamic practice in animalism, they would keep genes. Families would keep genes, and I spoke to my dad about this. Apparently, according to him, it is very common. It's not even like you bat an eyelid. Every family has a gene.
Used to,
It's like
yeah.
every family got one car. Some families got two cars. So a jinn is like a maid or a servant, and they would do the family. They'll protect the family. They'll bring wealth, and it's always used. This is coming from my dad. Coming from his he learned from his Malay neighbors, is that they never see the jinn as a bad thing back then. A jinn was always an ancient help,
Protector,
a
is it?
protector, a guardian, similar to how I would say there are some Chinese race who would imagine they have a guardian god. I have a guardian. It's not seen as a negative entity, but of course, with every gift, nothing is free. There is a price to pay. And in this case, if the Saka is not passed on to the next generation to take care and venerate, the older generation would suffer. And also nowadays, some modern day people, they don't want to take on the grandparents or the parents' promise, and they're not even believers themselves. So a lot of this transition did not happen. And when transition did not happen, the last person who's holding on to that Saka suffers. Like in this case, it's not the first time I've heard it, but it's the first time I heard someone really decompose for 9 years.
Yeah. The longest that I heard was 1 year. Oh, sorry, 3 years.
3 years, so quite long.
Yeah, but so that's why when you told me it's like 9 years, I'm like, wow, that's 3 times of the 9 years. So that means almost a decade of
Until
suffering.
black, cannot even come out, base. It's all
Yeah.
skin all black inside. It's cancer until cannot cure already.
Okay, so going back to just now what you said, right? I understand when you say like it's a protector, that kind of thing. But for me, is the part, how do you get it in the first place? You see, it's not like you just walk around and say, hey, you wanna be my, Saka or not? You don't do that. It's not as easy as that, right? So from what I know, you have to go through rituals. And these rituals usually would if let's say you're a Muslim, right, it would make you go out of the religion. That's one. Another thing is it always has something to do with the lives of people. You need to sacrifice something, you need to do some stuff, you need to make fun of something, mockery of something. It's always like that. So then you get the protection, which I feel it's a bit like so, and then to upkeep it, to maintain it. So that's the part where I feel like, okay, like, yeah, like, that's the iffy part. I mean, if you just can just hire a bodyguard with just giving it money, then okay, fine,
Yeah.
you just need money, then it's nothing to it lah. But yeah, so I think this is the part where I think a lot of people overlook lah. Yes, last time people used to think that protecting family, yeah, it's because everybody has it, so I need to protect my family. I need to have one. But what do you have to do to take care to actually keep it in the first place? That's the scary part. Yeah, because I do know of someone who got tricked into yeah, got tricked into accepting it, and then she had to suffer because yeah lah, basically she cannot, how do I put this without, okay, she cannot have kids.
Okay.
Because whenever she have kids, that's the food.
Oh, so wow.
So but she didn't know. Yeah, so something along that line lah.
There's also one story that I've heard. Since you mentioned about this, right? There was a lady that keep having miscarriages.
Okay.
She would like second term, third term, then the baby will be gone.
Hilang, yeah.
Hilang. And they will go check. The doctor will say, it's normal. Sometimes there will be a miscarriage, but the body absorbs the fetus back, so there's no signs.
Yeah.
But it happened more than enough time where the doctor was like, yeah, usually it happens, but it's a rare case. But in your case, every time it happens that way, something not right. I cannot explain.
Right? Right? Yeah, same. It's the same story. So that's why I feel like, what, just for protection, and then you know? Yeah.
So, but in this case, do you think, is it possible that because the body is so dead, it cannot go on anymore, that's why the spirit, the genius like, oh, fuck it, and then he goes off? Or did someone really make a pact? Because no one admitted it, right?
Understand. In all honesty, I think someone must have taken it.
I suspect so as well.
Because this one it's I don't know whether is it real or not, but I saw on TikTok, right, there's this one guy who is really like almost decayed, like black, and he is freaking thin to the bone, you know.
Ah,
And they say that he has been in that state for almost like what, over 50 years or something, but again I don't know if it's legit or not.
yeah.
But in the video you can still see him still breathing and like
Ah, ah,
wheezing.
ah, ah,
Yeah,
ah, ah.
and it is a known thing
Yeah.
that he is a practitioner. It
Oh.
is a known thing in the village. So to me, if let's say this entity, the body decaying, right? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just the body decaying, but I think they can still survive.
Yeah.
But unless you're telling me the whole body it's like burnt to ashes, there's no like
Ah.
nothing physical, no vessel for it to latch on into, right? Then it might have to go onto someone else. But if at least there's still like, even though there's like a bit of body or somewhat, I think it will still stay and latch on. So for this case, I think it's someone or what pity the person, right? Then like, you know what? Or maybe got tricked into accepting it.
Tricked into. I got a feeling. I've got a feeling
Yeah.
it's tricked into accepting. They will go down the family line until they find the
Yeah.
weakest point.
Yeah, correct. And personally, right,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, this is the thing where people always tell me, like, if let's say you have dreams, right, of someone handing you a baby,
Ah.
of someone wanting to give you a kid or something. I had that dream a few times, you know. In fact, yeah. So I have had miscarriages before. I had dreams like that before, and to a point where when I woke up from my sleep, my hands were out like this, you know, like that. So a few times in the dreams, right, I will be like about to accept it, and then someone would intercept, and then I would just wake up. And then meaning like I would not accept it lah. So sometimes I cannot even control it, you know. So when I say got tricked into it, right, sometimes it's like your own body betrays you. Like I know people would tell me like, hey, you cannot accept babies in your dream, but yet in my dream I feel okay lah, give me the baby lah. You know, so it's quite scary how your body
I
like
think I got natural defense against it lah. People who want to hand me a baby like baby. Eee! So I'm Saka proof. Not gonna trick me.
yeah, but for me, that period of time, we were trying to conceive real bad. So
Ah.
I don't know whether it was like you know, like whether it was
Maybe
playing
that
money,
was
like, oh, I
God
want to
giving you the baby.
yeah. So exactly. So I thought it was there, but then like if you hear a lot of people, you can ask around lah. People will say that, hey, whenever when you dream of someone giving you a baby or a child or whatsoever, right, do not accept it because it has a different meaning
But
to
from a
it.
Chinese side,
Uh-huh.
sometimes people pray for baby. They will see like an old man or old woman passing them the baby in a dream, and it's meant
Uh-huh.
to be good, like
Bring
bring wealth or bring a baby into your life.
really.
For the Chinese side.
Okay. Well,
So if it's a
I,
Chinese Muslim, then he'll be a very confused kid. Like, fuck, do I take? Do I not take? Do I take? Do I not take?
do I take or not?
Shit!
Actually, that's very interesting. I didn't know about that.
Uh,
Yeah, but ultimately in my dream, right, I didn't. Oh, there's this one time, the last time I
ah,
took the baby lah,
ah.
and then, but things have already been happening around the house before I take the baby lah. So
Oh.
honestly, I don't know, mate.
So eventually you took it, is it?
Yeah,
Do you get a kid?
I yeah after 10 years after 8 years
I don't count lah. I don't think that. I mean, I know we always say the supernatural works in a different timeline, but freak, like 8 years in the making. Don't count lah.
No, but yeah lah. But so after so I took the one time I actually took the baby,
Yeah.
and then I didn't have any more of that dream.
Ah.
But that's it. But in all honesty, if you're saying like, oh, after you take the baby, did anything like supernatural happen around the
Ah.
house? Like my answer is things already been happening before that lah. So I don't know lah.
It's dropped in the
I
ocean
don't know
lah. Whichever gym want to come in is like, see the other gyms there go like, hey, bang, ada queue ah. You queue up. This house is haunted enough already. You join the queue.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Any other thing that you want to add to this Die Hard that we talked about? She's stuck in the house, like so. We don't.
Okay, for being stuck at the house, right? I think again, I'm not an expert, but I think it's not really the grandmother per se lah. I would say that because for Muslim, we believe that every human being, they have a jinn
Yeah.
that's latched onto them, which is called the Corin. And from what I understand, that this Corin kind of like is your twin like that. So whatever your lifestyle is, this Corin will follow suit. So if you're a party person, then this Corin will also like be a party lah. So my take is whatever that they're seeing, right, is the Corin of the grandma who is like lingering around the house, not really the grandma lah. That's
But
my take on
but
it.
would, because the grandma play with all this Saka and all this susuk,
Uh-huh.
would heaven or the Almighty reject her soul? Then she cannot cross over.
Okay. So the thing is for us, right, before they even go to like heaven or hell, right?
Yeah.
We have phases. So first one is the torture of the graves.
Torture of the graves. Okay, this is quite cool. I've not heard
Yes.
yet. Come.
Yeah, so basically, right, we believe that once a Muslim passed, right, they would be questioned in the grave first, like so two angels would come and question him about the religion, etc. And if they can't answer, they would be tortured in the grave lah. So this would happen. It would be a recurring thing until the day of judgment. So I'm just gonna cut it short like that lah. So for me, I believe that if let's say a Muslim pass away, right, there's no such thing as the soul will remain on earth because the soul will be busy in the grave getting questioned.
Have to
You
do
know?
pop quiz. Have to do
Yeah.
Q&A.
Oh, but the thing is, you wouldn't answer it with your hands or with your mouth per se.
Huh.
It's by your deeds.
Oh. Okay,
So if
okay.
let's say you pray, right, the question will be who is your God. So your mouth cannot answer for you. It's your action, your deeds on earth would action this kind of stuff lah. Yeah.
Oh, so you
So
cannot
there's no way
bluff
you
lah.
can you cannot bluff. Yeah. So it's your deed that's gonna answer for you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely not the grandma lingering. It's definitely her something, or because these entities, right, they like to mimic the living. Why? Because then they can trick the living. For instance, yeah, if let's say this jinn is pretending to be the grandmother, what would they get right in the end, right? Oh, maybe they can get oh, if you want I'm suffering, can you please take this another Saka so that whatever, then trick into more stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like how people they say the devil would trick you, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically it's that lah, trick you into getting more deeper into the hot shit lah.
I see,
Yeah,
I
so
see.
that's my thinking lah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sounds very good. Sounds very good. I'm going to go to our next confession now. This
Okay.
one has Pontianak. Oi, oi. Good stuff. No,
Okay.
I save all the good stuff for you today. No, I know you're coming on my show. All the power I save you. Okay, so, but before we get to the Pontianak story, there's a photo. Okay, because the next confession comes with photographs.
Love it.
Okay, Pontianak caught on photo. Okay, but before I show you that, there was another photo that just came in at 9:45 before I come on
Okay.
live. Okay,
Okay.
this one, the fella said, okay, I will not reveal his name lah. Okay, he said he was walking by, suddenly he turned to the left and he saw this white thing standing at the door, almost like floating. Terperanjat he, it was all white. First thing he thought was Pontianak, he ran away. Then he came back. This is what he took the photo. I show you. But I can imagine, right? At one glance, you walk.
Oh my god. They should do a cutout of someone with long hair lah. Seal the deal lah. Come on, man.
Because I think if I make it even smaller, I say it like that. Because when he sent me on my screen, right, it's small, right? And then he also one guy now, he tell me, hey, I saw something white. He never tell me what. He say white and black hair. I look at it, I was like, oh my god. I click on it and I open it. I was like, alamak, kena tipu.
Is this for election?
I think so lah. It should be election.
Wow. Very good clickbait lah.
Already, because he was already rushing home to watch
Right.
Friday Night Live. So in the mind, he got all this ghost story and everything, right? So
Yeah.
the minute you see something like that, your first thought is hantu.
Yeah.
Kesian he.
But not gonna lie, that one a bit, yeah.
It does,
But
right? At
Chris
one
long
glance.
hair, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one glance, yeah.
Maybe not the cheekbone all, spotting short hair. Okay, this thing, I'll show you some photos first, okay?
Okay,
I'll show you some
come.
photos first, then I'll tell you a story later on.
Okay.
Okay, this is a photo of a worker, and
Okay.
he is post-event. I will also have
Okay.
to protect the confessor because she's still working in this place. So I will not tell you where. I'll just show you the photos and the story. So they run events at this location, and then after they clean up, they will usually take photo. Okay, this is the first photo that they took. This is the second photo that they took. They only spotted this when they checked the photo later on. This is the first photo, right? So one worker is across the other side, one worker is here. They take photo of the place just to document that everything is clean to send back to headquarters. In the other photo, this thing appears. What does it look like to you?
Someone standing there, right?
Someone standing there, yes. Let's do a close-up. What it looks like to me and to the confessor is long black hair, white gown, carrying a baby.
Whoa, okay.
And in her words, there was nothing
one.
there, no one there looking like that description, or there was no one there around anyway. And they were taking photos to make sure that everything's in place. There's nothing that could be explained what that white thing with black hair could be.
Whoa. Okay, so this person who's taking the photo, the one that's across, right?
Yeah,
He's taking a photo, right?
yeah. He's
In
taking
his photo, does it capture anything?
no, but his photo is taking from where he was standing in front. What? This thing is beside him.
Oh, it's beside him.
Yeah. So imagine he's standing in a corridor, taking a photo of the
Oh,
field.
fuck. Sorry. Shit, I just swear live. Oh, wait. Hang on. Okay. That was a freaking strong gust of wind in my room, by the way.
What happened? Was your window closed open?
Yeah, my aircon is on. I closed the window, everything. Whoa.
Oh shit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You think it's something? You think this is something?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I do feel something.
Okay. Because the person who sent this in, she's watching us tonight.
Okay.
And because she's anonymous, I cannot have her replying, but she can text me and I can read out her text to you guys if at all, if she texts me, okay? Anything you want to ask her?
Location? What time was this?
At night, location is in town. Those Shenton Way area. CBD area.
Okay. Sorry. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
according to her, when she first sent me this, she says that, okay, this picture shows the before and after. It was a late night event, so the janitor, the cleaners all had to take photo to show that it's clean. So it's the first placement and the second placement. They were closing at night, right? This is probably like close to midnight, and then they spotted this. And also, this spot was where another colleague of theirs had a fall, and when he fell, she fell. She described as being pushed, and when she went to check, go for medical checkup, everything, they cannot find why her pain in her back would not heal.
Shoot.
And another time when they were doing another event, again they had to take photo and clear the place up. They took another photo with another face.
Oh man.
Okay, this is another photo I'm going to show you. It looks like a head, like a skull peeping through the door. This one I don't have the before and after because this was taken before this most recent event, and the description that was told to me was that, again, if you've been working there and you walk past this place many times, you will know that there is nothing behind that wall that should or could create an image that looks like that. Yeah, and when after she sent me this, she says, "I'm only sending it to you. I don't want to keep it. Can I delete it now?" And so she deleted it. Yeah.
How recent was this?
Last Friday.
Wow.
It came in after the Friday night live show.
Okay, the skull one, maybe could it be like a reflection or something?
Okay, let's take a look again. Reflect.
Do you have one without the
oops.
void? Wow. Okay, now this
Salah.
picture is scaring me. Do you have one without the green?
Don't have, because
circle?
this one,
Don't have.
yeah, I was sent to her.
Okay lah, this one I can just say, or maybe reflection or something.
Yeah,
or...
nothing. Okay, so her text came in. Nothing white in front that will project this image. If it's a reflection, nothing to project this image. Right? But this one, wow.
Wow, this one cannot, sir.
This is in your face, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Shall I read out the confession first? Then I come back to this again.
Wow, shit. Wait. Okay, I think you need to remove the photo.
Okay.
Things getting weird in my room, and I'm alone, by the way.
How weird. What's going on in your room?
I don't know. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
Okay,
I want to hear the confession. Let's go.
Confession by Anonymous, The Office Haunting. She came out with the title herself. My colleagues and I have been hearing a woman singing, humming, sighing, and sobbing whenever we go to the ladies, regardless of time. My colleague and I always joke to each other if we want to go and visit our toilet friend. We also commented that her voice sounds very sweet whenever she sings or humming. It sounds like a lady in her 30s. When I arrived in office as early as 7 a.m. one day, I heard someone dragging her feet on the carpet flooring towards my back. I turned around and no one was there. One day, I was washing our cups in the pantry, ready to make coffee in the morning. I felt a cold air shifting from my side and then to my back. The usual temperature was the same one. But where I was, in that spot, the temperature was different. Last month, our janitor fell within the office premises. She seek Western, TCM, chiropractic treatment, all couldn't recover. Doctors were also puzzled. Last week, a relief janitor came to cover duties as we have a late company event in the office, and as she cleaned off, she will snap a few pictures from the lobby to our office, big hall, to show her boss that the job is done and can knock off at what time. Few days later, same late night event, she snapped the pictures again to show that her job is done and sent. Within their group chat, someone pointed out that there's a lady with a baby and another with a face in the reflection. And she showed it to me. After reviewing and thinking about it the whole day, I recall with my other colleagues as they told me that whenever she came back to office after networking event, she would hear a radio playing Chinese songs, Chinese oldies in the office with no idea who turned it on. Everybody thought someone had turned it on. But now, everyone clarified, since it's nobody, maybe it's that toilet ghost that was humming and singing. Could that toilet ghost or the ghost that walked past her in the pantry be the same one that we see in this photo of the mother carrying a baby and singing to her son?
Oh. Firstly, is there a way we can check if the photo have been edited or what? Sorry,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to check.
I asked her to send me a high quality photo and she did.
Mm,
I did my own CSI on it. I
mm,
don't have a tool. It
mm.
doesn't look like,
Looks
yeah.
right.
There have been cases where people send me
Mm,
Pontianak photos flying.
mm.
It's so
Yep.
so clear lah. Can
Yeah.
see
I
lah.
wanted to say if this is like edited, right, then the person did a bloody good job.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my assumption is yeah, wow, but that's crazy. Okay, so it's either A, they edited it, damn bloody good
Mm,
person who edited it.
mm.
B, it's someone actually dress up as something, prank lah, prank. They just wanna, stir some drama, so they have a friend dress up as ghost and then they just take a picture before and after. That's B. C, you got something lah.
Okay, so we try to debunk one by one.
Okay.
So A is someone
Edited it.
edited it, right? So
Mm.
they took the photo, they posted up, they didn't double check. It was someone else
Pointed it out.
pointed it out. So I would
Okay.
imagine if I were to want to create a hoax, I would want people to know. I would post there. Then I would like, hey guys, check it out, right? But this one almost no one care because it's a work message, and
True.
these are cleaners who I would imagine not want to get fired,
True.
right?
True. Okay. That's out.
Right. Also, she said security is very strict in this building. I asked also whether I can go there and investigate. Say security is very
Okay.
strict. No one can come in and out of that place because it's a CBD area, a very important spot. So if someone had decide to dress up, it could be an internal staff on a non-Halloween period, not sure what to make out of it, what's the ROI of that prank,
Mm.
and it's not just an isolated incident because there are other incidents of people capturing faces
Yep.
and sound. So
Yep.
to think about what they would have gotten out of it as a prank, I see not much lah.
Nope. Understand.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay.
So I'm not saying that all this are not possible, just reduce possibility.
Yep.
So if it's something else and if it's a real Ponti, then is it a different ghost from the other ghosts in the office? So in the words of Jonathan, right? There are more than one.
Possible.
Right? So this is one. This is the mother and child, and then there's the office one singing. There's a pantry one.
Singing, yeah.
So
But that place is infested.
so this
Girl, find a new job. No. Wow.
I
But that photo is really, I don't know what, suddenly like, I don't know, in my room, which was weird.
what happened in your room? You
I
were
don't know, suddenly
you got weed and all
there
that. What
was
happened?
like, yeah, there was like suddenly like a strong gush of wind came over. Then I was like, whoa. And my aircon is just there, so the wind came from there, but the window's closed because I have my aircon on. So I was like, what? So you saw me, I was a bit jumpy there, and I even like cursed, which I've never done before on live. Yeah, and it happened when I was staring at that photo because I was trying to like figure out if it's edited or what. I am a skeptic lah because I edit ghost videos, so I know that people can fabricate this kind of
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
But you know this kind of thing, right? They say you keep the photo and everything. They might just they might be connected to you, and then if you see it too long, or even through your screen, it
Yeah.
will come to you.
I know. Put it away.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay lah, I would say that one is actually 99% legit lah.
Now then there's the case of the person falling. I remember they said he TCM, chiropractor, all cannot heal.
Cannot heal.
I'm thinking that person must have offended the spirit.
Possible? That person is the janitor, is it?
Not the one
The person
who
who fell, right?
not the one who took the photos. Another janitor.
Yep. another janitor, right?
Mm.
Actually possible lah, because the person may be like in a haste to clean up or something and then accidentally offend
Ah.
the entity. Actually possible, because I do have a personal um encounter,
Ooh.
very very close. It happened to a relative of mine lah.
Ah.
Yeah, I cannot say much, but okay, he basically she accidentally offended a spirit, okay, and then it resulted in death. Yeah. So yeah, so it is possible, because to us, we believe that we are sharing this realm with them, right?
Mm.
So even human and human, we can bump into each other,
Yeah.
we can, so it is a possibility that we can actually accidentally bump into them or injure
Hmm.
them, or I don't know. So it is a possibility that the janitor may have done something. Maybe he mopping up or something, like accidentally tossed the hot water or tossed something, or the mop or what accidentally, I don't know, while the gene was crossing or what. Then
Hmm.
pissed off lah. I mean, just my take on it.
Ah, so I got updates for the story. She said
Okay.
the auntie who fell was always very rude to everyone and everything. Like she would the mulut very CB on, like would scold people, would tegur. So
I would
maybe lah.
say, iyalah, maybe lah. That's why people say must jaga your mouth. Ah. See, not only you offend human, you also can offend spirits, you know.
See how say be good. Yeah. I want to thank Koshka, who says she dropped some blessings for us. It says, for Eugene Jr. and the Mao Mao, thank you very much. Once again, if you just joined us, this is Supernatural Confessions. My name is Eugene Tay, and along with me is Nakia Ayub from POV Horror. We have down with 2 confessions already. We have 1 more to go, and also Nakia's very own story that happened to her recently. It spooked the F out of me, and I can't wait to hear it again. Stay tuned for that. We might be ending a little bit past 11:30. Knowing how our dissection can possibly drag a little bit more. Hopefully you guys can stay with us and just tahan a little bit before you go to bed. A quick shout out for Something Strange Festival. It's on 12th to 22nd, and right now the first set of tours dates are out. More activities will be will be released soon. Check out our website, linktree linktr.ee/ssfsg2025. And guess what? Nakia is also part of our co-organizer this year,
Hey.
because it's it's a festival for content creators, especially content creators of the horror type. So you want to give us a bit of behind the scenes of what you've been doing for SSF?
Wow, I tell you, Eugene, very, very, no lah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you weak one eh. Wow, no lah. Okay, so it has been fun, and actually I'm actually excited, for it to launch. I think we're gonna have our press release soon, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I put out
media
press
event,
release today.
etc.
I sent to Salim already. So let's see what he needs to tweak and then send out.
Right, so it's very, very exciting. So but we did have a few hiccups and like things that happened along the way, not in any supernatural forms or what, like it's more of like, we didn't get the things that we want,
Yeah.
etc. But we are still working towards making it an event, the event for you guys. Yeah, so be excited. Ooh.
Okay. Once again, linktree
Yep.
linktr.ee/ssfsg2025, or go to somethingstrangefestival.com. There's the links there that will bounce you to anywhere you want to see. Also, Something Strange Bula tours, Hidden Heritage Tours is out. Go to supernaturalconfessions.com/tours. That's my website, supernaturalconfessions.com. Go click on tours. 3 new tours out this month and only this month. Great stuff. Pretty affordable as well. $48. Patreons, as always, you get 10% off. Let us know when you book your tickets. Tell me your Patreon, and you get your 10% off. We look forward to running this tour for you guys. As always, SG Heritage Festival is a big deal for us, and this year is no exception. Okay. Now, that said, as we were talking about it, a message came in from Shannon. And she said, "Hi, Eugene. This hotel reflection photo reminded me of a video of my air steward friend once showed me. He happened to get his hands on the video his colleague took when she first entered her hotel room in Tokyo. In the video, she was just doing a walkthrough of the video to the room window. In the reflection of the window, a reflection of a traditional Japanese bridal gown could be seen on the wooden TV console. The creepy thing was, during her video walking in, the TV console could be seen very clearly empty. I wanted to get the video from my friend to send you, but sadly another friend's mom, who's a medium, told us not to spread such video, as she confirmed that it was a spirit in the reflection. Auntie had to get her deity to seal the video or cut the connection, and she was told us that spirits can connect with people through videos and photos."
Well then.
Sorry guys, my bad. We're kind of fucked. And to Crystal Ang, thank you very much for your donation. Seahawk says FNL till 1 a.m. I second that. Wow. Nakia, don't need sleep tonight,
Yeah, let's sleep.
You know, this reminds me of one of the early confession videos I did for, I think this guy called Ahao. He's an ex-police officer. He sent me an audio clip, and there's like a voice inside, and then he says, anyone who hears the audio clip, right, will get sick. So I played the audio first, then at the end of the video, I said, anyone who hear the video can get sick. Please be warned. Then people are like, "Wow, you play the video, the audio clip, and you warn people."
But actually, yeah, we should. I mean, not we should lah. But I think sometimes, right, it can be a mind thing. So if we send the video first, but we don't say anything, then see if the person gets sick or not.
Ah,
Then, but the person must love you so much lah to not actually sue you or what.
I got another photo that just came in, guys. Oh my god,
Oh my
today's
God.
photo day. Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, I will show this photo right now. Okay, I show you the photo first.
Should I be worried?
I don't want to spoil the surprise. This one I need big screen. You guys are hilarious. I think you guys are. That's what I love about live shows. You just never know where.
What's gonna happen? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch screen.
Okay. Okay.
You see something in the photo?
That's a kid, right?
So, according to Gab, it says, this gave me a shock at 10 a.m. in the morning. And my spouse said, Sila watched too much Supernatural Confessions. Told me to
Yeah.
unsubscribe for my sanity.
It's his neighbor's kid or something, right?
I swear the things that we do to our community makes the life is no longer the same. Like, you know, sometimes you walk past, you smell, oh, got Frenchie Penny.
Oh,
Misty.
yeah. Panic. But do you know Angmo's love the frangipani smell?
They don't know.
There's this one guy. Okay, so funny story. Like I was walking with my husband, and then we did smell something, in the corridor. Then we realized, hey, what was that smell? Like so weird, right? And then we realized that it actually was coming from this guy, an Angmo guy, and it's his perfume.
Oh.
And then we started chatting because I think he can sense that we were freaked out, right? And then he said, "Oh, it's this perfume." Then literally, it's like frangipani.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, okay, sure, dude. Whatever rocks your boat, man.
So that time
Yeah.
I was sitting outside watching TV. Because, sometimes my house got things coming here and there, right? So I quietly, I let one rip lah. I lifted up a bit, I let go.
Ah.
Then my wife was like, hey, you smell that or not? I said, hey, at night don't say this kind of thing. Shh, quiet.
Don't say. Don't acknowledge it.
Don't let.
Hey, that one is scarier.
I got one more.
But eventually, does she know?
Ah.
Eventually, does she know?
Today she knows she's watching. I pecah my own lubang. Okay. Oh, 11. Time for angelic number for manifestation. If you wish for something now, it will come true in your life. Right. Okay. But I'm going to read out the final confession I have to share with you, girl. And then we're going to come back and we're going to dissect it. Are we ready? This one is called life sentence. Hi Eugene, saw the topic of your Friday Night Live today and I thought I should share one of my stories that my grandpa told me that lingered in my memories since I was a kid. My grandfather used to be in the prison service. This was during the tail end of the British era before Singapore founded its independence. According to my grandfather, Singapore was quite the Wild West town. One of this hardcore on death row type of prisoner. Apparently, he had been in a series of gang-related killings. He boasted he could never be caught, and better yet, he could never be killed. All the police knew he was dabbling in magic. But that's not surprising. It was a time where use of magic was very rampant. Even the police also used magic. My grandpa had a magic belt made of yellow cloth that he wore under his uniform. And that's to prevent him from getting stabbed or protect him from black magic affecting him. Because he was in charge of death row inmates, and these guys have nothing to lose. If they can break out and they have to kill someone in the process, they will. Eventually, one day, they found him drunk, as in the prisoner, drunk at home with the murder weapon. Apparently, his downfall was women. We suspected he wasn't supposed to do certain things, but he went against the rules and the magic stopped working. At first, when he was caught, he was still unrepentant. But when he finally realized all his friends had left him and there's no chance of him getting out, he started to talk about regret and repentance. One of the person he confided in was my grandfather. Apparently, he had made a pact with some underworld being that now that he is in jail, he's unable to fulfill it. What this task is, the guy refused to say. He wanted my grandfather to promise him safe haven after he was hung. In return, he would look out for my grandfather on the spiritual side and make sure that my grandfather doesn't get hurt or harmed. My grandfather didn't take up the offer, of course. He begged my grandfather all the way to the day he died. But he didn't die at the gallows. He died in his sleep a day before the scheduled execution. Thinking that was that, they removed the body, prepared the cell for the next inmate. That cell became the most haunted cell in that block ever since. Inmates would wake up screaming at night, saying a thick, black, shrouded figure would attempt to pry their mouth open and squeeze itself into their mouth, down their throat. When that ordeal was taking place, they would be frozen in place as if a heavy block of concrete was on their chest. First time it happened, the officers ignored the story. But by the second and third complaints from different inmates, they started to take it seriously. On one of the weekends, the prison officer pakat each other to bring a priest into the cell off the books. Without any prior knowledge, just purely by sitting in the cell, the priest was able to tell my grandfather the name of the spirit who was living in that cell. What happened that night before the execution, the inmate meditated and willed himself so hard that his soul left his body. Unable to flee the cell and not wanting to be caught to pay his dues to whoever he had owned in the underworld, he tried to stow away in the living inmates who stayed in that cell. By possessing the body, but possessing the body is not all that easy. So he ended up just sulking in one corner in the day and tried to once again get away every night. The priest took pity on the ghost of the former inmate and offered a plea deal. The priest would accept the ghost as a servant to help the priest in spiritual work, to do good. And in return, the priest would dedicate merits to the ghost in hopes that one day the ghost would be able to pay back his spiritual debt and get a lighter sentence.
Wow. It sounds a bit like a movie plot.
Which one?
Yeah, but oh my god, all this happened.
But to be fair, it's his grandfather experience, and he passed down to the family, and he's been telling his stories to his family anytime he can get. Like when they met up, they will ask, "Hey, Akong, can you tell me a story?" Then he will tell a story. So this
Wow,
is
that
one of the
means
story that remains. Yeah.
well, actually it's true. Like the older generation story, right? Very cow, like very like wow, like wow. Tak relax, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what? As in, he's a Singaporean, I assume.
Yeah, Singaporean.
Oh, and the grandfather still the
Gone, gone.
story is still being passed lah.
No, I mean grandfather died already lah, long ago.
But the story is still being passed lah.
He, because of the today's theme,
Mm.
lingering, he
Yeah.
recalled what his grandfather told him, so he
Ah.
shared. Yeah.
Understand. Oh my god.
I mean, I love these old 80s, 70s stories.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
different from the modern ghost story.
Correct. It gives a different I don't know, it's just more I would say violent but not violent, like it's more like in your face, that kind of thing, like wow.
There's no subtlety. The modern horror is
Yeah,
very
yes.
subtle. There's a shadow.
Correct.
Maybe, not maybe. Back in the 70s,
No.
60s, 50s.
Yeah.
in your
In your
face.
face one. Correct. Okay. But anyway, yeah, sorry, you go first,
I spoke when I went for a heritage tour to the prison, and of course I asked the prison officer. I say, "How is the prison haunted or not?" Then she like, "No lah, no, of course not." Then I look at her like, "Is the prison haunted or not?" Then she's like, "I mean, I wouldn't stay after dark lah." I say, "So which part is haunted?" "No lah, I cannot tell you lah." So I say, "Means have lah." Yeah, so that was a funny moment.
obviously it is. Okay, but anyway, yeah, then.
So I think it would only be quite cool if they can, prison services would invite supernatural confessions and POV down to go and investigate, huh?
Right. But actually, speaking of that, right, I don't know if you saw this video on TikTok. There's this one crazy explorer. He went to an abandoned prison in Malaysia.
JB,
Yeah, I don't know if it's JB or what lah, but it's somewhere in Malaysia, right? But that one is damn crazy. I don't know if you saw it. It's the one with the ship drawing.
I can't remember. No, I don't remember that one.
That
But
one really got me. Yeah.
I know there are lots of paranormal groups go to JB, to that prison cell and investigate, and some even told me, they was walking. She was walking on the second floor, and she knew where all the staircases were, but she couldn't find the staircase. Now she keep walking like non-stop. The corridor never end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy, man. So it's one thing to go to a still running operating prison, and another to go to an abandoned one. I don't know, man.
Operating one when there are spirits there, and if for some reason I was told, from other confessor, that spirits love to go prisons, drug rehab centers, halfway houses.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I think maybe the energy of the inmates tend to resonate. For the spirits, maybe it's like buffet, or all this negative energy, this aggressive energy, depressive energy. It's like a buffet for them. Yeah.
Understand. But have you heard? Oh, okay. But as in, did you ask the prison guard recently? Has there been any possession stories in prison?
She really don't want to tell me it's haunted. She only the bocho is haunted. So lah, she's not going to tell me lah. Why, do you hear any?
Oh.
What is it?
I cannot say much, but yeah.
What do you mean? You cannot say like that, then don't say, no.
No lah, that's all I can say because okay, but mine didn't come from someone who works there. It came from someone who was incarcerated there. So he told me lah. Because I asked him, I said, hey, what made you repent, yeah? Then after that he said, things are. So I was like, then he from someone who is very not pious, right? And then when he comes out, he became pious. Then I was like a bit, then it's like, what? Is it because you really like sit down and then you like, oh, I regret my actions? And he said, no, it's the things that happens at night. Yeah.
So Guru Murali used to be a police officer,
Okay.
and he says there are certain cells in the prison that all the officers know is haunted. So if you are a gangster, you come in, you're difficult to deal with, right?
They put you there.
They put you there overnight. Next day you come out, you koi koi.
Oh, serious ah?
Yeah, that's how bad some of these people, the hardcore, no, come out. I don't
Jack.
want to stay here one more night.
Oh.
Even Bruce Matthew was also one of my confessor. He used to be incarcerated as well. He says in his own cell there's one area, if you sleep there'll be one old man squatting on top of the little ledge where the toilet is, looking down at him sleeping.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but none of these stories in modern days talk about a shadow person sit on your chest, open your mouth, pry open and try to go in.
Yeah. Exactly.
This was the 70s.
Oh, that
Ghosts
one
in the
is violent,
70s are
man. Yeah,
violent.
aggressive eh. And he said it was black, shrouded, right? Is it what does he mean by shrouded?
I
Is it
don't know.
this one?
I don't know. So it could be this one. It could be the Angmo one. Or it could just a shadow looking thing that people say looks like a shroud. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think that person who died was a Malay to be bundled into a pocong. Yeah. But it's interesting that he could will his soul out of his body and died
Yeah.
first, because must be whatever that's on the other side waiting for him is so bad
Yeah.
that he could just sit there and will himself to die before next day.
Yeah, someone die in sleep eh. It's not like he attempted to do, you know. Wow.
But I think the ending also is quite interesting. It's like life sentence, right? You may be dead now, but your karma is so bad that you cannot go to hell because you are scared. Or if you don't, because you cannot go to hell because you're obviously scared because you made a pact. So you end up being stuck in the cell
Yeah.
forever, which is life sentence. Or you help the priest do good
Yeah.
and gain back karma, like yellow ribbon. This is spiritual
Yeah.
yellow ribbon.
Wow.
Ooh, someone just texted
Okay,
in. Sorry. Someone texted
sorry.
say, I'm staying opposite the prison. Yes, it's very haunted. Can sense when walking past the old prison gate and also see figures standing at their watchtowers. Yeah. So you were saying something.
Oh yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so in this one, is just out of curiosity. Singapore, as in priest, they do exorcism.
I think this is a Taoist priest. This bukan the
Oh.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost priest.
Right. I don't know why my mind was like thinking the
Because the word priest, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, lah. Then I understand.
I guess. Because I would not think a Catholic priest would go like, you as a ghost, come help me do good. I've not heard of that ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's scary.
All right. Anything to add to this story before we close it and then we move on to your confession?
No. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. 70s ghosts have no chill, man. Yeah, exactly. No chill, right? Oh, they really want to get inside the mouth, eh?
Oh man. Pry your mouth open just to go
Yeah.
inside. My goodness. Alright, so now on to Nakia's personal confession.
Okay, so I hate to relive this, but okay, so if you guys watch we are talking about what happened in the studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys watch one of the episode of Big Fat Tale, the segment that I mentioned earlier on, where we go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Wait, sorry, stop. I need to add your mic. Your mic is not on.
Can you hear?
Wait, Now can hear. Okay, go.
Can you hear?
Mm.
Okay, so
One more time from the top.
From the top, okay. So if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, for context, right? This happened quite, I wouldn't say very recent, but okay lah, almost quite recent. Um During one of our live, the one that I mentioned earlier on, which we go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. The segment is called Live to Tell the Tale. So in all honesty, we have no intention to make the segment like like okay, very very obvious. Okay, the studio that we use to do the live, right? Obviously, we are in collaboration with them, so we cannot technically say anything that is going to not give them business, right? Common sense. So the thing is, we were just doing our thing, so there's no reason at all for us to make things happen lah. So anyway, what happened was, um for the second episode, which was Black Magic Part 2, my husband already got a feeling that the host, which is the four of us, right, we already did something bad by not filtering our words. We kind of like say whatever that's on our mind without thinking lah. And after the whole live, then my husband did say like, "Hey, I think we may have accidentally offended someone." But then I said to him, "Ah, nah, nah, it's just your imagination lah, nothing lah, nothing lah." I just say like that. And then the next live, the following live, nothing happened. In fact, everything went smoothly. So we were like, okay, see, no one's like holding grudges or anything. So we got complacent. And then the following live, which was disturbance at school, uh, that's where things got weird. The most obvious one was our audio kept getting glitches, and then distortion, not the normal like, oh, voice breaking, it's like modifying. It's like my voice suddenly changed into something demonic. That's one. And then another one was visually very obvious, was the audience could see, but at that point of time, we cannot see that the mannequin that we had in the studio moved on its own. So we didn't notice anything until when we play back the video, right? Then we realized, yeah, hor. But then we did see bigger things that happened. For instance, it's like the lights suddenly went out, and then the place where there's no wind because there's no fan, there's no aircon, anything, but our props kept moving. Yeah, so basically we were a bit we were caught off guard lah. Okay, sorry, I forgot to add this part. Sorry, the second live, the one that I mentioned where we did the black magic episode, right? Right after the live ended, my sister went inside one of the rooms to actually keep the props lah. She came out crying, screaming, like she was almost possessed. And then we just chalk it down to her being anxious, or I don't know, having like panic attack or whatsoever lah. So that's when my husband had the feeling where I mentioned that he thought that we accidentally offended someone lah. So anyway, going back fast forward, right, to the whole thing where the whole thing happened. So we didn't we after the whole thing, we had to end the live abruptly because I started to see things already lingering in the studio. For one, throughout the whole life, there's this one big curtain that's like on the left side, on my left side lah. So I could see someone who kept on peeking his head out from the curtain. It's like he's like saying like, "Hey, are you done? Are you done?" And then he was like obviously attracting my attention. Another one was throughout the whole life, I saw a pair of legs under this whiteboard, which was just standing there. So imagine this, I'm sitting at the host seat, right? And then I can see a pair of legs. And then there's no body above the whiteboard. So it's just legs. And then beside that, there's like this curtain. And then there's a head which kept popping out. So I was distracted throughout the whole life. And then the mannequin moved, and then the lights blew, and everything was crazy. And then my husband finally he lost it because firstly he felt someone was overlooking his shoulder, and the other host who had no third eye, nothing, he's very clean, he doesn't have any abilities or what, he himself felt someone was in the middle of them. So yeah, anyway, we packed up, we left the studio, and then for the next few days, all of us got sick. So my sister, she had like freaking high fever, and then for myself, I had the normal um normal fever lah, which I just chalk it down to us spreading the virus around. And then I don't know if I should say this lah, but so we did a couple more lives after that, and then things was okay lah. Eugene, I don't know if I should say this ah.
Why? Why?
I don't know if I'm gonna anger the person or not. Okay, but
Maybe it's not my
so
channel.
ah
Maybe he's not watching my channel.
okay, so yeah, so after that whole incident, right, we did a couple of more live, and then we even got an ustaz to come to cleanse the place lah. And all is well until recently, um, something showed up in my house.
Oh, all this I didn't know.
Yeah, so this happened recently. You don't know because it just happened. And I took a picture of
Just as
it.
in how long ago?
I think it was 3 days ago. Yeah. So
Holy.
yeah, so I took a picture of it. I don't think I can share it yet because I'm asking Ustaz to actually. So the photo, I have photo and a video. So I sent it to two people, okay, two Ustaz, and then I never say anything. I just want them to tell me lah, like, should I be worried? Both of them don't know each other, and then both of them said the same thing. So I cannot say much now because it's still
Ongoing.
yes, and then we are yeah, cause yeah. So so anyways, I think someone actually asked me, um someone asked me why we didn't go live. Yes, 2 days back we didn't go live. So after the incident, right, the one that I took the photo and the video. So again, all of us got sick. Weird dreams. Yeah, things happen lah. So we decided, okay, we are under attack. So
Yeah.
we think that it's best if we don't proceed temporarily for
Yeah.
now lah. So yeah. So okay, but in all honesty, I think it's okay. It's just that we need to step up our sembayang. We need to step up our prayers. Yeah, but yeah lah. But I still need to figure out my course of action.
If
Yeah.
you need help, okay lah. But then again, you're going with the Islam route, right? So, but if you need light energy and fire energy, I can come by.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the offer. Thank you so much. Yeah, but this thing is still ongoing lah. So this is freaking exclusive. I never tell anyone or what lah. So it's because I feel that yeah lah. I think we may have accidentally angered someone and then they are trying to not say revenge, but maybe prove something. I don't know.
What did you do to piss someone off so bad?
Okay, so basically I think what we did was we basically say that it's wrong lah to be practicing black magic and then in the Islamic aspect because you are definitely doing things lah that is out of the religion, etc. So it's more of that lah.
I see.
But I never say anyone's name per se. It's just really like the act of doing that.
General lah, but then someone.
In general, yeah, but because their intention when these people share with me their stories, right, it's always to harm someone. It's always to get whatever they want, their worldly desire or lust. So I feel that hey, there are some ways to go about it to do it if let's say you want something and not going via the black magic route lah. So basically that's what we say.
I don't think there's anything wrong in what you say at all.
But people can get triggered, especially if they are practitioners. Say, hey, why is she trying to kacau my rice bowls, yeah?
Yeah,
You know?
lah, I suppose. I mean, there's
So-
always going to be willing buyer, willing seller, right? So if someone's willing to
Yeah.
pay the price, then by all means, go for it. Then no one's going to stop you. Like this, that's the kind of like how I deal with it, lah. Sometimes people ask me, "Oh, Eugene, can I cast a spell? Can I cast a spell?" And I will always say, there's always a price to pay. The price may not always be monetary price, and then you just have to balance it out whether what you want, and mostly it's love, lah. Mostly it's love.
Yeah, right.
Right? I really want this girl. I cannot live without her, or the other way around. Like, then for the guys, I usually will ask them, is it worth it? You want to go
Correct.
for this love spell, 10K, 20K. Is it worth it to spend on her? And there's no permanent. You spend on her, maybe she come back to you this next month. The month
Exactly.
after, gone. No, because
Yeah.
I said it's not just magic, it's about the character, the chemistry. And there are some cases where people actually spend a lot of money and still cannot. Even the
Yeah.
ghost also don't respond. She said, she was like,
Correct.
I saw your other video, the thing really spin around. I go there, it never spin. The ghost don't even want to layan me. I said, then you got to trust in the cosmic and the universe energy that
Yes.
they don't want you to be. This is not a blessed union.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but humans being humans lah. So I suppose, but please take care. I mean, on behalf of all the Supernatural Confessions community, we really want to see you well. Your fans are saying every Wednesday they want to see you come back again on LT4.
Yes. Yeah, we sincerely, to be honest, to be brutally honest, right, we enjoy doing LT4 Live Totality because of the reason that we want to interact, and this is fun, like having to interact with your audience is so freaking fun. So I feel that this person, whoever that's doing this, right, is like purposely taking it away from us, like because they
Yeah,
know. But okay, again, it might have been just coincidental, like something. Maybe there's no one even sending it to me.
it's not
Maybe
even
it's
related to
the
someone
gene itself.
sending. It's something
Exactly.
else. Yeah,
It's something else that's offended. Maybe it's the thing on the other side, offended by because of what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
So it could be that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that this thing we can find a solution to it fast.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then like maybe I can share the photo or video one day lah.
Can. Now, if I mean, I always believe that faith is very, very important. But for our Supernatural Confessions community member, if you want a little bit of extra of boost, this is a bracelet that I create myself. I didn't create the bracelet myself per se, but I got the ingredients in, and Grace actually fixed it up, and I will be blessing it. This is from the root of the Bodhi tree. These actually natural seeds from the soap berry, right? And this is a very natural cleansing aura, and also better yet, the best part about this bracelet I love best is it removes toxic people from your life. So if you need additional boost, do get it from me. I'm on Supernatural Confessions, the YouTube channel. Go to our store. It's available there, $28.80. We bring fresh batches of seeds every other few weeks. So if we are ran out of it, just have to wait a little bit longer as we bring it in. Yes, it's called the Love and Light bracelet because I infuse this energy with by Vara's fire and encapsulate it with love. So it's a very natural, non-religious energy. It's very universal. I kind of like that because I consider myself spiritual, not religious. I just reading the comments before we say goodbye. Some people
Yep.
saying, Camellia says, been a long time fan of Tispoff.
Oh, THSP.
Tispoff.
Thank you, Camilla.
Yeah,
Oh,
silent viewer on TT4. Ivan Kwa says, hi Nakia. Nakia, is the Ustaz able to help you? Quickly seek help. Yep.
thank you. Yes, they both of them are like, they say review first because we are still waiting for things.
I
If
got,
you get my
yeah.
drift, yeah.
I got Danesh also who has helped to cleanse house, and he's in the he's a Islam style. So if you want
Oh,
a third one, I
okay.
have. So
Okay, that would be good.
yeah.
Because Atak Kyong, very familiar name. It is okay to be brave, not to be afraid of the jinns, but never be too overconfident to think that they'll have no other ways to scare you. Actually, that's true lah. We cannot be too overconfident.
If they have
Yeah.
thousands of years of experience. We only
Yeah,
one lifetime.
exactly.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like that woman
so-
trying to outwit the scammer then end up losing money.
right? Should call it Eugene Seed, Kim Huat.
Okay, what did he say?
Should
Should
call it Eugene Seed.
Eugene Seed of love and light. Sure.
Grace, you see Grace? Grace, you see, yeah?
You didn't see it. Okay. So he's also asking about the follow-up on the guy with the cemetery ritual. I found out from Ajahn Ming that he has come in contact with the girl. That was what he asked for. He prayed to be in contact with the girl, to know where she is, to be able to contact her. Whether he actually contact her and to rekindle the relationship, that's a different story. That's not part of the ask. Yeah. Crystal Ang as well saying, thank you. Since now GE, Singapore Hantu Party, SHP leader, Eugene Tay. Vote Eugene Tay is MSA, baby. Huh? MSA, Ministry of Supernatural Affairs.
Vote Eugene into parliament because hantu voice matters.
Yes! Give a
John
like.
will help from the other side.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay, any other thing that I missed out? If not, we probably say goodbye. It's almost midnight. Alrighty. Thank you, Nakia. I had so much fun today.
Thank you, Eugene. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry, I was a bit late because I had like crazy cramps.
We've been doing this, although we have not done live stream, but we have sat on the couch with Kyle and we have talked like that, right? And we just freestyle
Yeah.
and it works for us perfect.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait for the episode to be out.
Yeah, we hope to see you again here on Supernatural Confessions and update us on your situation.
Can.
Okay, any last words from you to our fans?
Oh my god, thank you so much guys for tuning in to Friday Night Live with me. I'm so sorry for the audio glitch that, happened earlier on. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. Aww. Oh my god, I love reading the comments. You guys are
Thanks,
awesome.
Mo. All right, thank you all. This has been Friday Night Live. My name is Eugene Tay, and that's Nakia Ayuk from Spoof. I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everyone.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.